Understanding yourself isn't something you just wake up one day knowing. It's a process, and that's okay. Think of it like getting to know someone new. You spend time with them, ask questions, see how they act in different situations. The same goes for you. The more attention you give to what you feel, think, and care about, the clearer everything becomes. So, how do you begin? Here's a full, honest guide to better understanding who you are. 1. Start with self-reflection. The first thing you can do to understand yourself is to practice self-reflection. That just means taking the time to think about your day, your choices, and your emotions without judgment. For example, ask yourself questions like, what made me feel happy today? When did I feel frustrated or off balance? Was there a moment I felt proud of myself? When we ask ourselves these things, we begin to notice patterns. Maybe being around certain friends makes you feel energized, while certain conversations leave you feeling small or misunderstood. Those little signals matter. They're your inner compass trying to tell you something about what you value and need. You don't have to do this perfectly or every day. Even just 5 minutes before bed, thinking back over the day or jotting a few notes in a journal can help. 2. Explore what you value. Understanding what you value is key to understanding yourself. Your values are the things that feel deeply right to you, the stuff you want to live by, whether or not anyone else notices. Try this. Ask yourself, what do I admire in other people? What really upsets me and why? When have I felt really me, like I was doing something that mattered? For example, if you feel proud when you stand up for someone, even when it's uncomfortable, maybe fairness or courage is one of your core values. If you love creating art even when no one sees it, maybe self-expression or beauty is central to who you are. Knowing your values helps you make decisions that feel good in the long run, not just in the moment. Notice patterns in your life. One powerful way to understand yourself is by noticing patterns. What keeps showing up in your behavior, feelings, and relationships? Ask, what kinds of people do I feel safest or happiest around? Are there situations that always seem to bring out my anxiety, boredom, or confidence? When have I made the same mistake more than once? Let's say you noticed that you always say yes to things, then end up overwhelmed. That tells you something. Maybe you value being helpful, but you're not great at setting boundaries yet. That's useful to know. Once you see the pattern, you can start making new choices. 4. Tune in to your emotions. Your feelings are important. They're not always comfortable or convenient, but they give you clues about what matters to you. Learning to name and understand your emotions is part of building emotional self-awareness. Try this. When you feel something strongly, whether it's joy, sadness, anger, or stress, pause and ask, what exactly am I feeling right now? What caused this feeling? What does this feeling want me to notice? For example, if you're feeling jealous when a friend gets praise, don't just brush it off. Ask yourself why. Maybe it's not really about them. It's about your own need to feel seen or appreciated. When we listen to our emotions instead of ignoring or judging them, they become guides instead of obstacles. 5. Discover your strengths and weaknesses. Nobody's good at everything, and that's a good thing. Knowing your strengths helps you figure out where you can thrive, and knowing your weaknesses helps you grow. Try this. Think of 3 times you felt proud of yourself. What were you doing? Ask a close friend or family member, what do you think I'm naturally good at? Pay attention to what comes easily to you and what always seems to trip you up. For example, maybe you're great at explaining things simply. That could mean communication is a strength. But if you find yourself constantly avoiding hard conversations, that could be a growth area. Emotional honesty. The more clearly you see your abilities and challenges, the more you can work with who you really are, not who you think you should be. 6. Be honest but kind to yourself. This step is crucial. Don't be harsh with yourself as you explore who you are. Self-awareness works best when it's mixed with self-compassion. You're going to find things you love about yourself, and you're going to find things you'd like to change. That's normal. The point is not to become perfect, it's to become more real. So when you catch yourself being self-critical, try this instead. Replace "what's wrong with me" with "what might I need right now?" Talk to yourself the way you talk to a best friend 7. Try new things. You can't learn who you are just by thinking, you also have to live and experiment. Trying new things gives you feedback. It shows you what energizes you, what frustrates you, and what challenges you in good ways. Some ideas: take a class in something you've never tried, music, coding, cooking, etc. Volunteer for a cause you care about. Travel or explore a new part of your town. Join a club, team, or group where you don't know anyone. Even if you try something and don't like it, that's useful information. It's part of the process. 8. Talk to people who know you. Sometimes the people around us see things we miss in ourselves. You can learn a lot by asking a close friend, mentor, or family member. What do you think are my strengths? When have you seen me at my best? Is there something I do that you think I don't notice? Be open to what they say, but remember, you don't have to accept every opinion as truth. Use it as input, not a final judgment. 9. Make time for quiet. In a world full of distractions, scrolling, noise, comparison, it's hard to hear your own thoughts, so make space for stillness. You don't need to sit in total silence for hours. Just 10 minutes with no phone, no music, and no one else's voice can help you reconnect with yourself. Take a walk, sit in nature, lay on your bed and just breathe. Your real thoughts and feelings often surface when you slow down enough to hear them. 10. Remember, you're always growing. The truth is, you're not one fixed person. You're always learning, evolving, shifting. Who you were 5 years ago isn't who you are now, and who you are now won't be who you'll be 5 years from today. So instead of asking, who am I really? Try asking, who am I becoming? What parts of myself feel true right now? What kind of person do I want to grow into? Self-understanding is a journey, not a destination. It's about staying curious, being honest, and showing up for yourself day by day. Final thought: knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Aristotle. Understanding yourself helps you build a life that fits you, from the people you surround yourself with, to the goals you chase, to the values you live by. You don't have to figure it all out today. Just keep asking good questions, listening to yourself, and making space for growth. That's the real work, and it's worth doing.